Good afternoon, everyone. I'm in the eastern Indian city of Calcutta. I just got out of the Howrah train station over there after having been on a train ride with 18 hours of delay. That's right, 18 hours of delay, not an 18-hour train ride. The whole train ride was about 40 hours, 2 nights spent on the train, many meals were had there. Then from there I went straight into the black hole of the Calcutta local train. Insanely busy local trains. And now finally I got out of the station and my feet are back on solid ground. This bridge up ahead is the Howrah Bridge, after which the train station over there is named. I really like the structure. I don't know if it was built by the British when this was still the capital of the occupied India, of the British Raj, or if this was built after by the Republic of India themselves. I'm not sure, but if you want to get to the place I'm staying at, the place I want to go to, we have to cross it. So let's go. I'm not sure what the guys on the speaker over there are going on about, but it makes it sound incredibly dystopian over here. I really love the structure of the bridge. All metal bars going in every direction. There doesn't seem to be that much logic to the structure. I hope it holds. There's so many people and cars on there. I don't think my weight is going to make the difference to collapse it into the river. But let's see. I think this is exactly what comes to mind when you think of a very, very busy bridge right next to the railway station in India. And it doesn't disappoint. Vegetable sellers can buy everything on the bridge. A lot of transport going on. Not of trucks, but of people carrying whatever it is on their heads in big bags. This is the vegetable section, but I've seen other shops as well over here. Wow, what a busy bridge. They even carry stuff on their heads without holding it. I haven't seen that much in India before, but here in Calcutta they are very proficient at it apparently. And all this business right underneath the beautiful metal structure in the sky over here. What a beautiful bridge. See some ferries moving in the distance over there. The bridge is not the only way to get across this wide river, the Hooghly River in Calcutta, but I think it's my favorite way because of all the life that's going on it and around it. You can see it's only around 4:30, but the sun is already setting, and that is because we are quite far in the east of India, and India only has one single time zone for all the parts of India. And you can even go much further in India. I think there's about 1,500 more kilometers you could go east from here. I'm not quite sure about that. It's something like that. So I imagine it's around 3:30. The sun would set on the far east of India already. Very, very early. But yeah, they only have one time zone. And if you have such a big country, that's what you get. Now we're nearly at the end of the bridge, and there's quite an interesting sign over there. Pedestrians are requested to use the footpath, fair enough. No pedestrians allowed over there. But vending and throwing dirt is prohibited. I would think that kind of speaks for itself. I wonder what the situation was on this bridge that prompted them to put down a sign like this. Must have been a really, really weird atmosphere up here if they had to put up a sign like that. Down here by the side of the bridge I've spotted something that looks really amazing from the top, even though you can see it is India. It is very, very dirty, but it's this wonderful flower market with all these colors, primarily orange, color of India, the national color of India. But it looks very, very beautiful. And they're selling loose flowers, but mostly these ribbons of flowers that people use to decorate their houses, their cars, anything with. And I got one in a hotel in Jaisalmer, and I've been wearing it since on my backpack. Anyway, let's go and continue, get off this bridge and get into the city of Kolkata. or Calcutta. Two spellings, like Calcutta is the old spelling the British were using, and Kolkata, that's the new spelling, the Indian spelling, but it's pronounced very similarly. You're brave enough for it. The motorcycle taxis are a very good way to get across the Indian cities very fast. It doesn't work in every Indian city. Calcutta works just fine. Very often here in Calcutta you get the feeling that all the life here happens in the ruins of the British Empire, in the ruins of the capital of the British Raj out here. But Brits weren't always here. In fact, in the beginning they had difficulty taking this part of India. One time they were defeated by the Bengals, and British soldiers together with their Indian allies from other places in India were imprisoned. 146 of them were imprisoned, and I was alluding to that earlier when I was talking about the black hole. This prison of 20 square meters was referred to as the black hole of Calcutta, and when the morning came, they were imprisoned there one night, only 20 of them were alive. 126 had perished. Well, I don't really know what they are complaining about. People would pay $250,000 for a room like that in Amsterdam. One big difference between Calcutta and many of the other Indian cities, that whereas in most Indian cities, the Hindustan ambassador, of which you see two in front of me right here, in most cities this is a novelty car when you rarely see, and if you do, it's mostly for nostalgia factors. Out here it's very often still in use as active taxi cars. So let's see if these guys are working. Namaskar. Russell Street, kitna paisa? Russell Street? Kitna?
Oh, package is right.
Mm-hmm. Kitna?
300
rupees.
300.
300. 200 is okay. It's not so far. 200. He does it for 200. There goes my Hindustan ambassador. Now in Russell Street, and I'm going to do something that I've done in most of the videos I've made in India so far. I've been in Sam's bar, I've been in the village of Sam, I've been in Sam's art cafe. This time I will leave you at Sam's pub. I'm going to grab a pint here, or actually a little bit more, because beer comes in 0.65 liters over here. So cheers, and see you next time.